Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sahil Sawant and I have completed my BTech in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering from VIT Pune, and I am currently pursuing my Masters in Computer Engineering here at VJTI Mumbai. I also had opportunity to work in radio astronomy research at Ayuka Pune, where I studied astronomical signals from extreme objects such as pulsars and other cosmic radio sources. My background lies in the intersection of electronics, signal processing, and astrophysics, which makes radio astronomy a particularly fascinating field for me. In this video series, I want to share the concepts of radio astronomy starting from absolute basics and gradually moving upwards towards advanced ideas used in real astronomical research. When most people imagine astronomy, they usually think about telescopes observing stars, or planets, or even the galaxies through a visible light. Images from optical telescope like the Hubble Space Telescope or ground-based observatories show beautiful pictures of the universe. However, visible light represents only a small range of entire electromagnetic spectrum. The universe actually emits radiation across a huge range of wavelength from extremely energetic gamma rays to extremely long wavelength that is of radio waves. Each region of electromagnetic spectrum carries different amount of information about astrophysical processes occurring in the universe. Radio astronomy focuses specifically on the study of radio frequency signals coming from the space, allowing us to observe phenomena that are often invisible in the optical telescopes. Radio astronomy is the branch of astronomy that studies celestial objects by detecting the radio waves emitted from them. The radio waves travel enormous distances across the universe before reaching our Earth. The signals are extremely weak by the time they arrive on Earth. But with sensitive instruments called radio telescopes, astronomers can detect, measure, and analyze them. These telescopes convert faint cosmic signals into electrical signals that can be processed using electronic systems and computers. By studying these signals, scientists can learn about the structure of galaxies, behaviors of neutron stars, and the presence of hydrogen gas in the interstellar medium, and also the energetic environment and black holes if there are any found. One important reason radio astronomy is so powerful is that radio waves can travel through regions of space that are completely opaque to the visible light. In many parts of universe, especially in the star forming regions or near the center of galaxies, thick clouds of dust and gas block the optical light. When we try to observe these regions using optical telescopes, the dust is going to scatter or absorb the light, making it completely impossible for us to see what lies behind it. Radio waves, however, have much longer wavelengths compared to the visible light. Because of this, they interact with much less dust particles and can pass through clouds relatively easily. This means that radio telescopes allow us to observe the hidden regions of the universe that optical telescopes cannot access. Another major reason radio astronomy is important is that many extreme astrophysical processes naturally produce the radio emissions. In space, charged particles often move at very high speeds and interact with magnetic fields. When energetic electrons spiral around magnetic field lines, they emit radiations known as synchrotron radiations, which is often detected in the radio region of electromagnetic spectrum. These processes occur in many energetic cosmic environments such as supernova remnants, around black holes, and inside active galaxies. By studying these radio signals, astronomers can investigate the physics of high energy particles and the magnetic fields in the universe. To understand the importance of radio astronomy more clearly, it is helpful to compare it with optical astronomy. Optical telescopes collect visible light using mirrors or lenses to form images that resemble what the human eye might see if it were extremely powerful. These telescopes are excellent for studying stars or planets and galaxies that emit strong visible light. However, optical observations are strongly affected by the atmospheric turbulence, clouds, light pollution. Radio astronomy operates differently. Radio telescope detect radio frequency signals using large metal dishes or the arrays of antennas. Instead of forming images directly through lenses, radio telescopes measure the strength and the frequency of the incoming radio waves. These signals are then processed electronically to reconstruct the image or the spectra of astronomical objects. Another key difference between optical and radio telescope is their size. Because radio waves have much longer wavelength than the visible light, radio telescopes need large collecting areas to achieve good resolution. This is why many radio telescopes appear as enormous metal dishes or arrays that spread across large distances. Some radio telescopes, such as 500-meter aperture spherical telescope in China, have diameter of hundreds of meters. Other systems like Very Large Array in United States or Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope in India use multiple antennas working together with a technique called interferometry. This technique allows astronomers to simulate the telescope that is effectively as large as distance between the antennas. Now, let us look at some of the fascinating astronomical objects that emit radio waves and are studied using the radio telescopes. One of the most famous examples is about the pulsars. Pulsars are extremely dense neutron stars formed under when massive star explodes as a supernova. When a massive star reaches the end of its life, its core collapses under gravity, compressing the matter into incredibly high densities. This resulting neutron star can be only about 20 kilometers in diameter, but contain the mass more than that of our sun. Many neutron stars rotate very rapidly and have extremely strong magnetic field. These stars emit beams of electromagnetic waves from their magnetic poles. As the star rotates, these beams sweep across the space like the beam of lighthouse. When the beam points towards Earth, we detect short bursts of radio emissions. This produces the characteristic pulse signal from which the pulsars get their name. Some pulsars rotate several hundred times per second, making them some of the most precise natural clocks in the universe. Another important radio source in the universe is the neutral hydrogen gas. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, and vast clouds of hydrogen exist between the stars in the galaxies. Hydrogen atoms emit a specific radio signal with wavelength about 21 centimeters, corresponding to the frequency of approximately 1420 MHz. This emission is produced by a subtle quantum mechanical transition known as hyperfine transition in the hydrogen atom. By observing this 21 centimeter radiation, astronomers can map the distribution of hydrogen gas throughout the galaxies. This technique has been extremely important for understanding the structure and the rotation of Milky Way galaxy. Black holes are another fascinating target for the radio astronomy. Although black holes themselves do not emit radiations directly, the environment around them can produce radio signals. When matter falls towards a black hole, it forms a rotating disk of hot plasma known as accretion disk. In some cases, powerful jets of charged particles are launched from the regions near the black hole at the speeds close to the speed of light. These jets interact with magnetic field and produce synchrotron radiation, which can be detected at radio wavelengths. Observing these jets help astronomers study the extreme physics occurring near the black holes and understand how energy is transported across the enormous cosmic distances. Now, radio telescopes also study supernova remnants, which are expanding shells of the gas left behind by when the massive star explodes. These remnants contain energetic particles and magnetic fields that generate radio emission. By observing these supernova remnants, scientists can investigate how shock waves accelerate and produce cosmic rays, which are highly energetic particles that constantly bombard Earth from the space. What makes radio astronomy truly remarkable is that it reveals a universe that is largely invisible to our eyes. Optical astronomy shows us stars shining brightly in the night sky, but radio astronomy reveals a hidden layer of cosmic activity. Through the radio observations, we can study cold hydrogen clouds that eventually form stars, rapidly spinning neutron stars that emit periodic pulses, or even the massive black holes launching powerful jets. and the galaxies interacting through energetic process that cannot be seen in the visible light. In other words, radio astronomy allows us to explore the invisible universe. It provides a completely different perspective on the cosmic phenomena and helps astronomers understand physical processes that shape the evolution of galaxies, stars, and the universe itself. In the next episode of this series, we will begin with the fundamental physics behind the electromagnetic waves. We will discuss important properties such as amplitude, frequency, wavelengths, phase, and polarization as well, along with few key equations that describe these electromagnetic radiations. Understanding the concept is essential for learning how radio telescopes detect and interpret the signal from the space. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about radio astronomy, astrophysics, and signal processing, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the upcoming lectures in this series. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Another